Hello and welcome to Therapy Express with Rosanna. Thank you so much for watching. This is Bits and Pieces of My Life, Lesson 7. Today we're going to talk about judgment and fear. And I'm going to share another story that happened to me and another lesson that is still with me to this day. This is years ago, before the transgender and the LGBT community, before all of that, when I wasn't even aware. So I had joined a church, and when my husband and I went, it was the first or maybe second day, and I looked across from me and there was this, what I thought was a man dressed as a woman, or was it just an unattractive woman? I wasn't sure what to make of this person. And I felt inside something that, of course, today, decades later, I feel very embarrassed about. But at that time, I felt sort of like, ooh, what is that? Who is that? That type of feeling. And I just kept looking through the service, kind of trying to process in my mind what that person was trying to do, to be. I also noticed that I had a little fear about this person without even knowing who they were. And so the time when we went to the church a few more times, and my eyes would always go to this strange looking person. So what happened was that I just ignored him, her, whoever it was. I couldn't figure it out. So I decided to join a writing group that was through the church, and because I love writing. So I went, signed up, and on the day of, I went to the place where the writers were going to meet, and lo and behold, there was that person, the very person that I was scared about, that I didn't know what to make of. That person was the leader of the writers group. And I can't even begin to tell you all the feelings that went through my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm embarrassed to say it now, but that's who I was back 30 years ago. Not a hater, but just like a wanderer, like kind of fearful because I didn't understand. So I had made all kinds of judgments about this person, who they were and who they were trying to be. Judgments that were wrong in my mind, obviously. As the group progressed, because I did stay in the writers group, I discovered that this person, whom I'll call Jane, was the nicest, the smartest, most kind-hearted person I had ever met. And not only that, she was funny, she was entertaining, and she was a heck of a writer. I just fell in love with who she was as a person. And as it turned out, she was a man, a transgendered person, a man who was living his life as a woman. So she was a she. And she taught me so much about myself, my biases, my judgments. And she taught me about being open to people that are different. We became friends. She was amazing. And she actually became my favorite person of all the people in that church. I don't go to that church anymore. That's been 20, 25, 30 years maybe. And I haven't seen her in forever. But I learned such a wonderful thing about human beings. We can't trust ourselves. We can't trust ourselves to know who somebody else is. We don't have the knowledge. And remember, we're seeing people through our own lenses of insecurity, self-doubt. We're not seeing people as they are. We're seeing them as we imagine them through our own minds and experiences. So that was one of the best gifts and lessons that I ever received in my life. And Jane taught me so much. I wish she was still around because, man, was she funny, was she good and kind. And I have to say thank you to that, and for you guys that are listening to this, to keep an open mind. And if you're feeling a little bit weird about somebody who's different than you are, you know, embrace that feeling and say, yeah, I feel weird about it, but then open yourself up to the possibilities of who that person is. For me, I discovered somebody fantastic, and you might too, if only you give yourself the chance to be open to people who are different. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy this and that you learned something that took me a few weeks to learn, but thank God I did. So subscribe, turn on your notifications, share it on, and until next time, make every moment count. Bye.